Don't think I've ever felt so warm. All my roots sprouted into split ends. The smell of linen stains my arms. I think I finally understand it now. Oh, life's much too long to not fall in love, but much too short to keep waiting around. We run ourselves into the ground. Oh, I'm terrified to tell you. Ooh, but deep down I think you already know. If patience is a virtue, then you're the greatest person I've ever known. Why can't I get it through that head of yours? I'm only gonna leave you broken. You'll remember me with tears in your eyes, a disease that leaves you smoking. I think I finally understand it now. Oh, I spent my life trying to fit the mold. Gave up my comfort for a final chance to grow. And I think I finally found my gold. Oh, I think I finally found my home. Oh, I'm terrified to tell you. Ooh, but deep down I think you already know. And I'm terrified to hurt you. Oh, but I'm different from the girl that I was before. Things never pan out the way I imagined, so I've been imagining the worst. Let's wait out my fears, palms connect as it passes. Your gentle pull shifted my course. Call me somewhere I've never gone. Can't imagine it, but that's what I want. Life's too short to waste it on being withdrawn. Life's too short to waste it at all. I'm bundled up in your clothes again. Don't think I've ever felt so warm. All my roots sprouted into split ends. The smell of linen stains my arms. I think I finally understand it much too long to not fall in love, but much too short to keep waiting around. We run ourselves into the ground. Oh, I'm terrified to tell you. Ooh, but deep down I think you already know. If patience is a virtue,
Alright, hello everybody. Sorry, I was like fixing my microphone. It might still be a little bit warped, but we will see. Speeding at seats, Missy. Hello everybody. You may notice some mild changes. First of all, can everybody hear me alright? Is the audio too loud, too small? My like settings reset, so I had to like double check everything, but it might be a little too loud. Actually, I think it might be more on the louder side. Yeah, maybe I'll increase the music a little. Okay, just let me know if that does not sound good. Oh my god, I'm knocking everything over. You may notice that the chat looks a little bit different today. It's because I finally sat down and figured out how to do multi-chat now that apparently Twitch got rid of the weird rule where you can't have the chat combined somehow. I think they got rid of the rule. I hope they got rid of the rule. But anywho, yippee! So, you may notice that the chat box looks a little bit different. Oh, I guess it doesn't quite fit in this box anymore. Oh! Yeah, I'll have to fix that. But, hello! How is everybody doing today? It has been a great time, as I have been absolutely eviscerated by the heat wave that is taking place in Europe. It is so bad right now. This is me drinking water, by the way. I think I've averaged like at least 8 water bottles today. It's been really intense. But apparently the heat wave is going to go away this week, and then it's going to head over to the United States. So for the United States Orbeez, you all are next. How is Germany? Germany is great, but the heat is really bad. Honestly, I've barely had any opportunity to really explore because I've been indoors all day, like trying to like keep myself afloat. Um, oh no, yeah, no, it's been kind of intense. It's not so bad where I am, but benefits of being kind of north in the middle of the sea. Yeah, no, I was just like scrolling on Instagram earlier today and I saw that there have already been fatalities in France regarding the heat wave. And there were also video clips of people like frying their eggs outside in Germany. So it really is that bad. I got a lot of recommendations in the Discord to also drink Gatorade and electrolytes, but because it's been so hot, I haven't been able to go grocery shopping. So I've just been living off of water and like yogurt. Like I'm basically like in some sort of like survival situation. They should really have me on like on one of those like Outlast or like Survivor shows because I feel like I'm living that in the moment. Yikes is definitely true. Hearing that the weather is 38 Celsius in Europe is wild. I mean, it was like, it's been above 40 in some places. I feel so bad. I heard that Europe's infrastructure is designed to keep the cold in. Yeah, there's a lot of places. Oh, I realized that I can't expand this either. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of. Oh, if I scroll chat, you guys can also see that I'm scrolling chat. That's kind of convenient. Um, yeah, no, there's a lot of places that don't have AC, and so actually, it's been really bad. Like this place where I'm working, like we had somebody pass out because of the lack of AC, and there's been like special designated areas set up to like have like as co-working spaces because of the heat. Psycho had a syzygy plant, it got rushed roasted. No, that's so for real. I heard Three Eye Atlas and I came over. Yes, we will be talking about that today. I am so excited to talk about this. So the reason why this got brought up is because after my last stream, I rated Kim and she was doing like this tier list of bodies in the solar system, and I rated Three Eye Atlas pretty low because I didn't know that much about it, and I realized in the aftermath that I really should know more about this really cool interstellar object that is soaring through the solar system. Germany is famous for its bread culture. That is true, but like, tell me why I haven't had good bread yet in Germany. Maybe I just had really bad luck. Like, let me know if you have recommendations. Well, to be fair, the only bread that I've been living off of are these like, they're like bread crackers. What are they called? Wait, let me Google these. Um, let me try to find the exact brand that I'm eating right now. Oh, it's this Vasa Selection Protein Plus. It's like these like protein rich like crisp bread things. It's low-key like girl dinner in the most extreme way possible. Like today for dinner, I just had like extra tomato sauce from pasta left over, and I got the bread crackers. I put a bit of spaghetti tomato sauce on it, and that was literally my dinner. So when I'm telling you I'm living in survival situation, I am living in a survival situation. Please keep in mind the symptoms of heat stroke. Yes, no, that is definitely very important. I think I actually did get mild heat stroke a few days ago, where I just felt really dizzy, and I had gotten a lot of sleep the night before, and I just was like, I'm gonna lay down and close my eyes, and I straight up went to bed. And I found out later that one of the symptoms of heat stroke is like exhaustion and fatigue. So definitely, like, if you are in Europe, please stay safe, please stay healthy. Germany's for beer. think a really cold beer would be really nice, but as I mentioned before, I have not been outside, so I have not had any beer. Well, okay, actually, scratch that. I have been outside. I did go outside to get ice cream, and I got this delicious chocolate gelato, which was exactly what I needed, honestly. But yeah, no, everybody, please, please stay safe. As I'm speaking, there is a fan to the right of me, absolutely full blast right now. Actually, this isn't even a fan because I haven't had the chance to buy a fan yet. This is actually an air filter with a fan on top of it, like on the on the sky facing surface that I have propped up using a chair facing towards me to try to keep me cold. If you are a member, I will send this in this week's Z-mail. FYI, the YouTube members get this like weekly subscription thing, where I like send a newsletter type thing. I will send a picture and send this to you because this is a diabolical setup. But yeah, I definitely need to go buy some Gatorade and Spezzy as well. Does putting an ice bath or a cold cloth help with this? Well, I've definitely been taking ice showers. But I did talk to somebody a few days ago at work that was like saying that in my research group that apparently you're not supposed to have cold showers. It's actually better to have hot showers. Something about like dilating your blood vessels. If one of the Orbeez can fact check this, please do let me know. But yeah. Oh, yeah, no, AC would definitely be really helpful. But I know a lot of buildings, especially the newer buildings, do have AC. How is a super secret ESA mission to the moon that you're going to be working on? Well, speaking about ESA, we are going to be reading a lot of articles from ESA today. Now that I think about it, maybe I should stop yapping and start talking about the announcements. Let me get it out. Yes, so, I have this as a pinned message, but this week is a super exciting week because it will be the direct relief diabetes care donathon with Z and friends. It's basically me and a group of super smart, epic, educational VTubers and education adjacent, I guess, who will be helping raise money on diabetes care. So this is the full list of streamers. Shout out to all of my friends for being absolutely epic. Yapper announcements, we're here to listen. Well, yes, this is definitely super exciting. This has been in the works since, I think, like January or something. Actually, Direct Relief emailed me. They reached out to me several months after the LA wildfire relief donathon, which was about a year ago, maybe even a year and a half ago now, where we raised money for the LA wildfires, especially those at the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory who were directly affected. And Direct Relief was really impressed about how this group of, honestly, like, small VTuber channels were able to get together and raise awareness about LA wildfire relief. We absolutely demolished our goal. I think we got over 10 times the amount that we put, and we were featured in magazines and newspapers, and they were like, this is so exciting, can you help us out again and help us spread awareness for Bridge the Gap? Bridge the Gap is their annual campaign where they help bring attention to issues that require bridging the gap, especially between communities that are, first world communities and communities that are conflict-ridden. And one of the topics that especially resonated with me was diabetes care. This is because I have a very close friend who has been living with diabetes in the United States, and that already enough is a daily challenge. And so when I reached out to Direct Relief and they were saying about diabetes care in conflict-ridden zones, where it's even harder to get consistent medical access, I was like, this is exactly the campaign that I want to raise awareness for. And so we've been putting this together, and with the help of these VTuber friends, this is finally coming together this week, and I'm so excited. I haven't posted this calendar yet, but it will be posted now. Oh, actually, the donate link is down there, but I would say please hold off on donating until the July 1st, which will be the opening stream on my channel, because then you'll get a special shout out, and yeah, but I just wanted to put the link down on there if you want to bookmark it or something before July 1st. I will be posting these calendars and everything soon. So yeah, so we have some super special features with Poisson, Sideri, Pembu, Mylan, and Karis. But the first stream will be on July 1st, which is this Wednesday. I will be talking about diabetes technology in space. And yeah, just opening off the campaign. I'm just so excited to like have this together. I guess all the times here are in Pacific time. I was going to put it in Central European time, which is the time zone I'm in now. But then, like, I realized that it might be a bit confusing, especially given that some of you guys are still US based. So I put it in Pacific time. I have not been reading chat, so let me do that. While an ice cold shower feels refreshing instantly, it causes the blood vessels to constrict and actually trap heat. Oh, I have not been doing that right. I guess I guess I should be doing a hot shower then. I start out with a hot shower, then the cold. Ah, that's smart. I will be doing that. Thank you. Oh, I think it got unpinned? Oh no. Oh, it's still pinned on the YouTube. It may have disappeared on the Twitch. Oops. Or it might still be there. Let me know. UTC forever. Calculus, yeah, no, I'm super excited for Poisson stream. Actually, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I know a lot of you guys saw the collab with Mylan, me, and Neb on Mylan's channel. It's now listed as a VOD on my YouTube, where we watched V-Theorem Gen 2.0, our new Kohai debut. It was super exciting to see that, honestly. I loved every second of it. I felt so bad that I had to leave. There were some technical difficulties, and by then it was already midnight in my local time, and I had an early morning meeting the next morning. But I watched the VOD, and Lev absolutely destroyed it in a good way, like as in cooked. And it was so much fun, and I'm so excited to officially be a senpai in V-Theorem and introduce you guys to other super smart science VTubers. Hello, Germanium. Oh, I realized I haven't done attendance. I might do that later. Poisson really stole the show with his internet blacking out the best time. Oh, I know, it was so upsetting, but I'm glad that they were all streaming at the same time, so it ended up working out. I know you'll go on hiatus in the future, but if Direct Relief reaches out to you for another event like this, would you be down to collab? I did mention in my hiatus announcement that honestly, you guys might see me in some surprising places. I don't know if I do something on my channel because preparing for something like this is definitely a lot of effort and a lot of work, but honestly, it could be a possibility. It depends. You may see. I will give an unambiguous answer. But yeah, the other thing I am going to post, actually, I realized I forgot to upload this as well, are milestones. This is the tentative list of milestones. This may adjust. I'm currently in touch with Direct Relief to like get confirmation that this looks good. As you can tell, last time our original milestone was $314. So we are definitely including some new stretch goals here. I think it would be even really exciting even to raise $1,000, which is why I put a new Z vlog video as a $1,000 milestone. The official goal for the campaign is high dollars, $3,141. And yeah, there's a lot of really fun milestones. In between, there will also be ways to redeem awards. I have some awards that are already listed up, like free astrophotography, the ability to change my profile picture for a week, or like tweeting from my account, and like a bunch of silly ones, or even being able to request specific shorts or YouTube videos. And I know that Mylan will also be adding some opportunities for like art commissions and stuff like that. So it'll be great. So those are the milestones. And I guess I should just have this up. This is the last announcement, I promise, and then we'll get to 3i Atlas. I think it's super exciting, though, to have all these announcements. I think it's better to have all these announcements than no announcements. Oh, oops, that's the wrong one. That is this stream. That is this stream. I will be announcing this stream on this stream. It's like very recursive. Z plushie. Yes, I'm so glad. Like with the help of Kim, I was able to actually figure this out. but I wanted to save it for a super special milestone. So if we do magically hit that milestone, which like 6K is incredible, like that would be an absolute dream. Z plushie will be revealed. Anywho, next stream will be Diabetes Tech in Space, the opening stream on Wednesday. So I will have this for later. Okay. Alright, that is a lot of announcements. Super Kim, yeah. Actually, the past few, not only was Kim the inspiration of this stream, but for the past few days, Kim and I have just been, like, messaging each other, like, back and forth, like, sending photos of, like, where we've been. Obviously, like, stuff that I cannot necessarily share with everybody, given that they're doxable, but it's been really exciting to see, like, Kim's travels as well, and where Z has been. Can the Z plushie be packed in a plastic cup and be cake? I hope not. Well, I mean, the ones I'm looking at are pretty substantial size. So, a slushie? Well, I don't think you should consume a plushie. That would be kind of dangerous. Oh my god! Wait, oh my god! Wait, this is kind of crazy, but I just, like, looked over at my fan to get some breeze, and there's, like, a ladybug on my fan! It's so hot. It's so hot right now that even the bugs need ventilation. That is so adorable. Wait, I'm gonna totally take a picture of that. Members, you are in for a treat. You will be getting this super exclusive photography. Okay. Yeah, I think the ladybug's just chilling. It's just chilling. Wait. Okay, the ladybug is not getting sucked in, which is good. It's just sitting there. She's just sitting there. New channel pet. Ladybug. Spotty Orbeez. The Sporby. I think we're gonna name it Sporby. Sporby for Spotted Orby. Zadybug? Oh, that's good too. Oh, I can't beat that. Zadybug might be better. Yeah. Well, anywho, it's been a very exciting week. Let me just get the articles loaded. But yeah, my goal is to collab with all of V-Theorem Gen 2.0. I know it's been like a day since they debuted, but with my hiatus I almost said graduation. That's kind of scary. With my hiatus coming up soon, I would love to collab with them and just, you know, be able to collect all of V-Theorem before I leave. Sporby the Zadybug. Yes, that is perfect indeed. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Alright. I think that should work. Alright. Yippee! Alright, so I wanted to start out by reading this article. Place, pin message. Alright. There we go. Okay. So I came across this article because I literally was like, I know very little about 3i Atlas. And I was thinking, where can I quickly find reliable information? And back in the ye olden days, you know, you learned that the best way to get reliable information is by going to websites that have reliable sources. And that includes .gov websites. And this is science.nasa.gov. So you know it's a real one. Maybe I'll make chat a little smaller and put it behind my head so you guys can see this in full. Sorry, there's a lot of finagling today. Boop. Alright, there we go. Oh. There we go. And then let me make this a little bit smaller. Oof, lots of finagling. Alright, this looks pretty good to me. Alright, so let's read. Honestly, the first thing I learned from this stream is that you don't pronounce the slash. I do, but as an audible gap. I've just been saying 3i Atlas. I mean, maybe it is 3i / Atlas, but I just thought that would be one less syllable. I feel like I've heard people say 3i Atlas, though. So, yeah. Well, its official full name is 3i / Atlas. So, for those of you who do not know, this is a very special comet. This is an interstellar comet, meaning it came from outside of our solar system and has soared into our solar system, which gives us a lot of insights into systems beyond our own. So, oh, let me actually see how this is structured. Okay. Oh, I was going to include some of these news articles down here. Okay, great. I'm just opening these up as separate tabs. Ooh. Oh, this is great. Sorry, I'm hiding the screen for now, just in case something like pops up. Okay, so this is really the central hub for all the information you need to know on 3i Atlas. Stuff that is not based off of conspiracy and is true scientific information. So the first thing I wanted to showcase are these images. So I opened that up. The Comet 3i Atlas Image Gallery. NASA missions work together to track and study this rare interstellar comet as it passed through our solar system. Below are a variety of images and videos of the interstellar comet 3i Atlas as observed by NASA missions. Click through for more information and to view and download. So, oh, this is actually reverse chronological order. Oh my god, that's it! Wait, let me... Oh, that's so cool. So this was in January 2026. This is the test spacecraft looking at 3i Atlas as it is soaring away from our solar system. Its closest approach was in October 2025, if I recall correctly. That's incredible. So, I guess we'll just be learning about this together. I think that was the purpose of today's stream. Sphere X sees the comet brightening. Hubble looks again. I wish this was in reverse chronological order, but... Wow, that's crazy. NASA's Europa Clipper mission? Oh my god, I love Europa Clipper. So for those of you who do not know, Europa Clipper is this mission that launched October 2025, I think? We watched the stream together, and we saw as it was launching, and it is on the way to Jupiter's moon Europa. And it took a photo of 3i Atlas. It really just looks like a bluish blob here. Since Europa mentioned, since it came from the outside, is it just currently passing through, or is it here to stay? No, it is, it's just passing through. Europa mentioned, yes, exactly. Wow. Wow, this is incredible. Like, it's so cool to see all of these different spacecraft. A spacecraft orbiting Mars. A spacecraft en route to Europa. Wait, Perseverance paused from its exploration of Mars and used the mass cam to take a picture of the comet. Okay, we have to see that. Where is it? What? Seen as a faint smudge against a background star field. Images were taken by the Mastcam, the instrument aboard NASA's Perseverance Mars rover on October 4th. At the time it was imaged, the comet was about 18.6 million miles from the rover. Well, no wonder it's kind of hard to see, which was exploring the rim of the red planet's Jezero crater. Is it this thing? I straight up cannot see it. Oh, hello, Hug Your Dogs. Welcome, first-time chatter. I didn't realize starfield was an actual word that was used. Yeah, that's actually true. I feel like I've never seen that word either. Well, all the spacecraft got to take a day off to watch the comet. Honestly, if I was a spacecraft, I would want a day off to watch the comet. Yeah, I guess it's kind of expected for the rover image to not be as clear as the space-based ones. Wow, they were also able to see the hydrogen lines. Wow. Wait, I'm so happy we're just like going... I feel like, how do I even say this? You know, sometimes when I talk with students, or I talk with like other researchers, it's like sometimes you get so into the work and the details that it's kind of hard to take a step back and just really understand that like all these plots that you're making, all these things that you're studying at such a deep level, at the end of the day, like you are studying the universe, and that is just such an incredible thing to realize. And so sometimes it's just so nice to just go through Wikipedia rabbit holes and be like, wow, like, it's so cool to be studying this. It's so cool to see other humans studying this. Like, it's so cool to be human. And the fact that we're just like, all these instruments, all of humanity's engineering achievements are coming together to take a look at this funky looking rock that is coming through our solar system. I don't know. For those of you who study other fields, like, I'm sure you understand what I mean about sometimes being so into details that you sometimes forget where you started. Oh, James Webb also took a photo. Wow, I love this image. If someone were to ask me what my favorite, like, shade of blue is, this would be it. Agree. Yes. Hubble captured this image of the interstellar comet on July 21st, 2025, when the comet was 277 million miles from Earth. Hubble shows that the comet has a teardrop-shaped cocoon of dust coming off of its solid icy nucleus. Wow, that is incredible. Oh, so its first image was in 2025. Wait, this was the first image? Okay, let me pull this up. That's crazy. What? Who? That's crazy that, like, our computers have gotten so good that we can spot that. Like, back in the ye olden days, like when Pluto was discovered, or when exoplanets were discovered, people would... Actually, not exoplanets, but I think when Pluto was discovered, people would put images side by side and like snap between the two to try to spot differences. And our computers have gotten so good at this that they can spot this tiny little dot amongst these gajillion little dots. So it was founded by the Atlas Survey Telescope in Chile. First reported that the comet originated from interstellar space. That is so cool, guys. Wow. So Astral is your favorite blue. Is that Astral blue? Engineer here, how can we capture this comet? Unfortunately, it is leaving us, so we cannot capture the comet, and it is moving very fast. But I hope that one day we'll be able to build spacecraft that are able to intercept interstellar objects as they come to us. This is not the first interstellar object that has passed through the solar system. And I hope that in the future we will have the technology and infrastructure to be able to sample one of these. So many subreddits think this big guy is a spaceship. Okay, I am going to talk about this in a second, because while I was searching for this, and gathering the resources to cover for today, there were so many things that were like aliens detected, like scientists confirm aliens, and most of it has to do with this one research paper that was released. Actually, I'll show it in a second, but let me read through the rest of chat. This looks real cool. Oh, hello, first time chatter, Kid Creates PNG. Welcome, welcome. It is very cool. I absolutely love it. I'm still shocked when we see updated images of space and realize that one big star we saw before is like actually 2 or 3 stars. Yeah, what's really cool is if you look up at the night sky, there is this constellation, the Big Dipper, which many of you guys are familiar with. But there is a 2-star system. It's like the second dot from the left on the tail. And back in the ye olden days, people used to use that as an eyesight test because it's actually it's a double star. And the 2 stars are very close to each other. I unfortunately cannot tell that there are 2 stars there, but if your vision is good, you will be able to spot them. It's called Mizar and Alcor. Let me see if I can pull up an image so I can show you guys. Yeah, I just looked up the first thing I saw. Yeah, so that's 2 stars there. And in the old days, that's how they would check your vision, if you could tell these 2 apart. So, yeah. Nothing Jebediah Kerman can't do. Maybe Jebediah Kerman should sample 3i Atlas. These people will find every excuse to call this thing an alien. Gosh, yeah. There is so much misinformation rampant about 3i Atlas, which is honestly one of the reasons why I decided to do this stream, because when Kim was telling me about 3i Atlas, I like Googled it and I was like, oh, like I actually want to learn more about this. And the first few results that popped up were all like, we found aliens. And there is this really honestly stupid image. I mean, okay, like, let me just show this real quick. If you Google 3i Atlas, like, okay, the first 2 are actual images of it. I don't think this even is 3i Atlas. This might be Oumuamua, I think. There's an edited photo of 3i Atlas with, like, city lights on it. There's a comparison between 3i Atlas and Oumuamua, and it looks like there's trees or some sort of alien lights on it. There's an image of what appears to be 3i Atlas. 3i Atlas is not this long, if I recall correctly, that is soaring over Earth when it never approached that close to Earth. And this, I think, was the most atrocious thing I saw. This likely AI-generated image of 3i Atlas as a spaceship. So I just wanted to say that even if you Google 3i Atlas, even the YouTube videos that pop up about this are all playing on the fact that it might be aliens. Yeah, there's even this one that has, like, a crease in the center where you can see, like, there's, like, lights in there, and this side is, like, clearly the top of a rocket. I mean, this, like, bro, like, that doesn't even look like it anymore. Okay, anyways, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop ranting, but what I mean to say is there is a lot of misinformation rampant out there, and especially when it comes to things like these, where, honestly, it's very exciting to see an interstellar object come into the solar system, but that is not true. And so, I guess this is just a word of warning that when you try to learn more about this object, please take due diligence. Follow the things that the teachers told you back in the olden days, rely on those .gov websites, those .org websites. Yes. There was one astronomer who released several questionable papers about 3i Atlas. Yes, I do know who you are talking about. It pisses me off that all the news talks about is what Avi Loeb said. Yes, okay, I did want to address that. Okay. I won't spend too much time dwelling on this because one of the policies of my channel is I do not want to get into like politics and stuff like that. But I will showcase some of the papers in which some of these misunderstandings have begun. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Do we even know how elongated 3i Atlas is? I think there have been some studies done on its length. Yeah, I think people are just conflating Oumuamua's shape. So for those of you who do not know, Oumuamua is a interstellar object that passed through the solar system as well, and it was well known for its very elongated shape. But what it seems like is that people keep confusing the two and using images of Oumuamua, which was very long and, I guess, eerie looking, as a way to represent Three-Eye Atlas. Yes. So, I guess since we are on this topic, one of the first papers that I came across was this one. Oh, it is open access. Okay. And this, if you click any of the websites that say that Three-Eye Atlas is aliens, most of them cite this paper. And I just wanted to clarify that even by reading through the abstract, the title is definitely very provocative. Provocative as in, I don't know what exactly that means actually now that I think about it. Provocative in a sense that it may spark intrigue. But if you read the abstract carefully, it never specifically discusses that this object is aliens. So let's read this together. At the early stage of its passage throughout their solar system, throughout Atlas, the recently discovered interstellar interloper. I did want to say that this abstract, I have some opinions about it, but we're going to read it in full. Has displayed various anomalous characteristics determined from photometric and astrometric observations. As largely a pedagogical exercise. In this paper, we present additional analysis into the astrodynamics of Three-Eye Atlas and hypothesize that this object could be technological and okay, I did not get to the possibly hostile part, but possibly hostile as would be expected from the okay, this is all a hypothesis, a pedagogical exercise. I have some thoughts about this, but we show that Three-Eye Atlas approaches surprisingly close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter with a probability of 0.005%. Furthermore, the low retrograde tilt of Three-Eye Atlas's orbital plane to the ecliptic offers various benefits to an extraterrestrial intelligence, since it allows the object access to our planet with relative impunity. The eclipse by the sun from Earth of Three-Eye Atlas at perihelion would allow it to conduct a clandestine reverse solar overth maneuver, an optimal high-thrust strategy for interstellar spacecraft to break and stay bound to the sun. An optimal intercept of Earth would entail an arrival in late November. I just wanted to say that Three-Eye Atlas is not heading towards us. It is going away. And I think maybe what this abstract could potentially emphasize more is that this whole abstract, in its entirety, is a pedagogical exercise. It is hypothesized. It is not saying that this has happened. It is not saying that the object is undergoing the maneuver as we speak. But rather is sort of thinking about if it was an alien spacecraft, what would it do? So I think the phrasing could be a little bit clearer, but I just wanted to show this because this is the open access paper that is largely cited by many articles that claim that this object is some sort of alien beings approaching Earth. I would recommend that you read this in full, and I realize that I say that as somebody who has not yet read this in full yet. But yeah, we strongly emphasize that this paper is largely a pedagogical exercise. Clickbait title. Tepes of Vsauce opens this video with, oh no. I assume people are taking hypothesis as we think this is what is happening instead of let's test this what if. I think also pedagogical exercise means it's kind of just like a thought experiment. It's kind of just putting it into writing. Like, what if this was the case? People are probably not reading past the title. Yeah, that is true. And which is why this paper is largely being cited. So what percent isn't pedagogical? That's actually a fair point. I mean, they do seem to be citing statistics about 3i Atlas that are based off of real studies. But yes, I think that's why there's been a lot of confusion regarding 3i Atlas. But yes. Me when I hypothesized cosmic man eating bees pedagogically. Yeah. So I guess that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this stream, to sort of talk about the misinformation that has been going around about this object. Now that I've shown an example in which confusion could occur, I also wanted to show an example of an article that I read that also was a little bit clickbaity, but overall seemed to be pretty well researched and I think deserves a little bit more attention. And that is this article. So I'm just gonna pin that real quick on the Twitch and the YouTube. Okay, so this is based off of a YouTube video, actually, on 3i Atlas that this guy made. But after reading, at first I clicked this blog, and I was thinking, oh, maybe, like, the title is very clickbaity, like, would there be a lot of misinformation? And honestly, this was pretty detailed, and I was actually quite impressed. As a PhD student in astronomy, I had to address the massive misinformation about interstellar object 3i Atlas flooding YouTube. From alien technology claims to fake Congress briefings. After reading every peer-reviewed paper on 3i Atlas from the Astrophysical Journal, Hubble Observations, JWST. Oh, that's just it, yeah. So, yes. The arrival of 3i Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar object, quickly spiraled into a media phenomenon. Viral videos and online articles propagated narratives far removed from scientific consensus, offering referencing a paper title, the one that we just saw, is the Interstellar Object 3i Atlas, Alien Technology. It's crucial to understand that this paper explicitly states its purpose as largely a pedagogical exercise and concludes that 3i Atlas is a completely natural interstellar object and probably a comet. True scientific inquiry, unlike speculative clickbait, relies on verifiable data and extensive peer review. So I know there were some comments earlier in chat that were saying, like, oh, these scientists should have their license revoked. Like, I do understand that this paper has caused a lot of controversy and a lot of confusion. But I think it's also a really great example in which you do have to read carefully in between the lines. It is not an alien because the aliens are actually in Europa. Well, I, as a pedagogical exercise, do hope that there are, bacteria or life on Europa. Scientists have licenses? No. But you could get your, there have been instances in which people could get their PhD or their degree revoked. That has happened a few times in history. There was a really famous example in physics. Oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name right now. One of the Orbeez mentioned this a while ago. If somebody remembers, it was the whole thing with Edison Labs. Edison Labs? I think that was the group. Yes. When confronted with unknown, astrophysicists don't jump to conclusions, but meticulously gather evidence using advanced observational tools. Yeah. So, yes. So I really love this section, the true anomalies of 3i Atlas. While not alien technology, 3i Atlas presents genuine scientific intrigue. It is a fact that 3i Atlas is genuinely a very interesting object. Its journey through our solar system has offered astronomers an unprecedented... One of the Orbeez astrophysics degree... No. Like, one of the Orbeez mentioned this in a previous stream about the famous physicist who lost his degree. If somebody in chat knows, please let me know. Was it Nineveh? I don't know. Wait, Nineveh. Nineveh? No. It was something to do with semiconductors. Was that Edison Labs? No, maybe I'm... Oh, wait. Oh, no, it was, Jan Hendrik Schoen. With the Bell Labs, Bell Labs. Yes, Jan Hendrik Schoen. Schoen, I think it's Schoen. Bell Labs, yes. He was a rising star researcher at Bell Labs who specialized in semiconductor physics. He made a lot of really famous work in Science and Nature, and it turns out that his papers had identical manipulated graphs. Yes. Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos. Yeah, there's been a lot of instances of this. Oh, Elizabeth Holmes has also been in prison, but Elizabeth Holmes did not get a degree, if I recall correctly. I thought she dropped out to pursue her startup. Yes, yes. Jan Schoen's doctoral degree was revoked. Mylin would probably have a field day with those graphs. Honestly, that could be a really cool stream. That could be a pretty cool stream. Anywho, 3i Atlas, yes. One of the most striking findings come from James Webb Space Telescope observations. Corner et al. And Lisa et al. Confirm a CO2 carbon dioxide dominated coma with an astonishing 8:1 CO2 to water ratio. This is cool because it is extremely high compared to typical solar system objects. Furthermore, water activity was detected unusually far from the sun, at 2.9 AU, with a production rate of approximately 40 kilograms per second. This suggests the presence of large icy grains in its coma as supported by near-infrared spectroscopy. That does remind me that we should read this article by, yes. There was an article that was released just under 6 days ago that talks about James Webb's findings. So this is 3i Atlas. This is the ESA website, by the way. This is 3i Atlas in 3 different wavelengths. H2O, water, carbon dioxide, and carbon monoxide. And they pointed the James Webb Space Telescope at it to get more information. Greetings, everyone. Happy Pride. Hello. We're just reading up on 3i Atlas right now. Sorry, I had to take a big sip of water because the heat wave is very intense here. As interstellar comet 3i Atlas began moving away from the sun in December 2025, astronomers took the opportunity to turn the powerful NASA ESA CSA James Webb Space Telescope in its direction and capture detailed measurements of its chemical components. The comet was freshly warmed from its closest pass by the sun, and its ancient ice had been converted to a bright coma of gas, ideal for observation. So the reason why we've been able to make these observations is because as the comet was warmed from approaching the sun, it's been releasing these materials in its tail. So Webb captured detailed data, including chemical ratios of carbon deuterium, also known as heavy hydrogen. The results surprised researchers. Working backwards, astronomers use the components that make up Comet 3i Atlas to understand the environment in which it formed. The comet's name, that's actually a great question. I actually do not know where 3i Atlas comes from. The comet's name comes from its status as the third confirmed interstellar comet, meaning it originated outside the solar system. And the telescope that first spotted it, the NASA-funded, the NASA-funded ATLAS Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. This was a unique opportunity to study an ancient object from the distant galaxy, probably predating our sun and solar system. On the one hand, we get direct insight into that distant time and place, and on the other, we learn something about how unusual our own solar system may be. That is so cool to think about, that this object could be older than our sun and solar system, and has soared into our solar system to give us an insight about what regions outside of us our solar system looks like. Astrophysicist VTuber says the most mysterious comet in existence appeared out of nowhere. No, it did not appear out of nowhere. It did not appear out of nowhere, but It has traveled certainly a long way. I mean, it was also incredible to see the image in which it was detected. I mean, it literally seems to just, it's this tiny speck in the distance when it was first detected. Coroner and the research team joined astronomers from many sub-disciplines in taking the opportunity to get a look at 3i Atlas on its journey through the solar system. They have required approval to interrupt Webb's planned schedule of observations to make use of its NIRSpec instrument to study the comet. NIRSpec revealed exceptionally high levels of deuterium, about 30 times more than we see in solar system comets. This implies that 3i Atlas may have originated in a very cold system much earlier in the history of our galaxy. During its formation, the material that became incorporated into 3i Atlas was likely exposed to plenty of radiation, but not any long-term warmth that may have reprocessed its heavy water isodeuterium into the type of H2 ice we are familiar with on Earth. Additionally, NIRSpec showed only traces of carbon-13 compared to lighter weight carbon-12. This also points to a very old origin for 3i Atlas, as stellar systems become enriched with carbon-13 over time as generations of stars are born and die in the galaxy. I mean, that's where the term "we're made of star stuff" comes from. The heavier elements, other than hydrogen and helium, are fused within stars to form elements like carbon that make up us. This is why there are higher levels of carbon-13 in our system, around our sun, which formed relatively recently 4.5 billion years ago. The research team estimates that 3i Atlas could have formed as long as 10 to 12 billion years ago during the universe's cosmic noon, when star formation was at its height. Its young origin system was likely ensconced. I have never seen that word before. Ensconced? Ensconced? What? In a relatively cold, dense cloud. The abundance of heavy water shows that 3i Atlas spent its formative years in a deeply frozen state. Okay, wait, hold up. I need to Google ensconced. Okay, pronunciation.
Ensconced.
Lamel, do you know what just happened? I clicked the first thing that popped up for ensconced or whatever, and I clicked it, and it was like a voice in a German accent. Because it must detect that I'm in Germany, like location-wise. Okay, we're gonna. Oh my god, the first few results are like English to Deutsch. Hold up.
Ensconced.
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 Ensconced. Positioned safely or comfortably somewhere. He is now firmly ensconced in his new home. How have I never been able to hear this word in my 13.8 billion years of existence? That's crazy. This paper author has a thesaurus, yes. Thank you to whoever put the pronunciation guide. Oh no, not Deutsch. Yeah, I guess for those of you who do not know, I am not fluent in German. But, I've told the story a few times about how when I'm out and about, typically, I mean, I can say very basic phrases, but if I'm in a situation that requires, like, more complex communication, I just say, like, oh, sprechen Sie English? And they are like, oh, like, ein bisschen, or like, a little. And then they proceed to speak, like, the most gorgeous English you've ever heard. This has happened to me, like, on multiple occasions. It's hilarious. The location thing is real. Oh, wait. It would do that when I was in Mexico? Wait, seriously, yeah. No, it's really funny because I log on to YouTube and I'm getting, like, German recommendations. Sconce is not a common word. Most people learn it by playing Dark Souls 2, seriously? It's just a long tail word. You could derive it from ensconced. Yeah, I've just never heard that word before. Obviously, you're not fluid in German. Well, I am definitely fluid, as in I am melting because of the heat. You guys have no idea. Like, this fan has really just been working its butt. Like, it needs a vacation after this week. I've had it, like, perpetually on for the past week. And it's still going strong, but I am fluid, as in I am melting. Fluid in German is Flüssigkeit. Interesting. Hallo Sie, wie geht's? Nicht so gut. Ich bin so heiß. I am so hot. Oh my god, I feel like also the heat is messing with my brain. Like, a few days ago, I was in a research meeting, and the room had no AC. And I consider myself somebody who can be pretty articulate at times, but I was in this meeting, and I was like, I was just unable to speak. I think I was also the same at the end of the watch party for VTuber Gen 2.0. Anyway, sorry, that was such a tangent. Back on track. No, it's also my phone keeps overheating too. My brain is also completely melted. Yeah, no, my phone is also melted. I keep getting warnings on my phone saying, like, your phone is overheating and my battery has been draining a lot, that it says I have to, like, replace my battery. It's so bad right now. Anywho, that is such a tangent. Let's take a look at this diagram. Composition compared with solar system comets. Oh, wow, that is so cool. I love these visuals that James Webb Space Telescope makes. I love the font that they use. It's just really great. That's crazy. So these are solar system comets on average. This is 3i Atlas, carbon monoxide level, and carbon dioxide level. Much higher than these other ones. Oh, this is insane. These are the solar system comets. And that is the water spectrum image of 3i Atlas. Or specifically the ratio of heavy hydrogen measured in water. That is incredible. A separate study using the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope, led by astronomer Cyril Oppitom of the University of Edinburgh, complements Webb's findings Edinburgh with an analysis of 3i Atlas's carbon and nitrogen varieties in the form of chemical cyanide. For us as scientists, finding these rare isotopes is fascinating, but the bigger picture here is looking at the possibilities of prebiotic chemistry elsewhere in the galaxy. So far, we know of only one place in the vast cosmos where chemical ingredients have led to life: our solar system, our Earth. Analysis of these interstellar objects is a major step towards learning how common or uncommon conditions for the evolution of life are in the universe. This is incredible. I love this article. This is so well written. And I learned a new word, ensconced. You'll probably have to take the phone cover off. Yeah. I guess, like, people say that my phone is, like, very... How to explain this? Like, I have a giant pop socket on the back, and I have, like, photos in my phone case. So it's very, like, maximalist. But that also means that I don't want to take my phone cover off, because then I have to reassemble the photos again and put it back on, which is such a hassle. Yes, decrease your phone brightness. Yeah, I will definitely do that. I've also been, like, just turning my phone off whenever I get that warning. Yeah. Well, this is a super cool paper. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, sorry. We found this article from reading about how incredible 3i Atlas is on this blog post by this PhD student. Let's keep reading. Another fascinating discovery involves the detection of nickel emission, observed through spectroscopic analysis by Rahat Gawkar et al. While nickel emission might sound industrial in an astronomical context, it simply points to the elemental composition of the comet, which can be formed by natural stellar processes. Additionally, 3i Atlas exhibits a CN-depleted signature compared to our solar system's comets. These chemical quirks are not signs of intelligent design, but rather provide invaluable clues about its distant stellar birthplace. Huh? Oh, I may have heard something. Oh. I realized that the alerts box is a little bit far away. Or maybe not. Maybe that was just a fan. Additionally, 3i Atlas exhibits a CN depleted signature. These chemical quirks are not signs of intelligent design, but rather provide invaluable clues about its stellar birthplace. As for its size, popular media often inflates figures. Seligman and Ballin characterized its initial discovery, with Jowett et al. Providing a Hubble Space Telescope upper limit on the nucleus radius of 2.8 kilometers. The best estimate places its diameter between 1 to 2 kilometers, comparable to another interstellar visitor, 2I Borisov. Ooh. So there's nothing about the dimensions of this, at least not yet. Well, let's keep reading. The real treasure of 3i Atlas lies in the ability to offer a direct window into the chemistry and physics of another star system. Its unique chemical makeup, high CO2, nickel emissions, CN depletion, strongly suggests a formation environment vastly different from our own. Hopkins et al. Proposed that 3i Atlas likely originated in a low metallicity star system. Metallicity in astrophysics refers to the abundance of elements heavier than hydrogen and helium. A low metallicity environment implies a system where fewer heavy elements were available during planet and comet formation. This directly impacts the chemical composition of primordial icy bodies like 3i Atlas. Yeah, it's really cool how we can learn so much about this interstellar visitor, because it could tell us about formation of other solar systems beyond our own. Phones have ingress protection, which also means they can't cool well. It's why we don't have a waterproof laptop. Yeah, the charging ports can get dusty. That is very true. We're size shaming the poor comet. Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. Understanding cosmic phenomena, whether it's the structure of a black hole's event horizon through radio astronomy or the composition of an interstellar comet, relies on sophisticated observational techniques and rigorous data analysis. Telescopes like James Webb and Hubble are critical for gathering the light signatures and spectral data that unveil these object secrets. Just as researchers use VLBI, Very Large Baseline Interferometry, to achieve incredibly high angular resolution to study compact objects, astronomers employ various wavelengths. I wonder if this writer studies VLBI. So, for those of you who do not know what that is, let me try to get a diagram. VLBI is sort of a really fancy way of creating a Earth-sized telescope. So you may be wondering, like, how is that even possible? So, this is an example. This shows two telescopes on opposite sides of the planet. And by combining the data from this telescope in Japan and this telescope in Chile, you are effectively creating an Earth-sized telescope. Now, this is just for two. This is very common in radio astronomy. It's also how we got the first image of the black hole. Actually, let me look up the Event Horizon Telescope. That is honestly the most famous examples. Gosh, I need like a good diagram. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, this is kind of blurry, but it's an example of multiple telescopes located around the planet. And by combining the data of these 6 telescopes, they were able to assemble the first image of a black hole, which is a very small object if you think about it, and located very far away. And by combining all those telescopes, we can get an Earth-sized telescope, aka a telescope that would theoretically be able to hit the resolution if we had a telescope as large as Earth. So it's a super incredible idea. They do this with gravitational wave detection. That's amazing. Yeah, no, they do this with gravitational wave detection. It's super cool. It's a super smart idea. Creating an Earth-sized telescope. Alright, key takeaways. Let's see here. 3i Atlas is a natural interstellar comet, not alien technology. Claims of extraterrestrial origins are based on a pedagogical exercise paper, not scientific evidence. But it is still an interesting object. Its chemistry is unique, featuring an extremely high CO2 to H2O ratio, nickel emission, and CN depletion, providing clues about its origin. It's smaller than widely reported, with an estimated nucleus diameter of 1 to 2 kilometers, comparable to this other interstellar object that was discovered called 2I Borisov. Oh, hello, Kami. Good seeing you. And goodbye, Klepper. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you learned something new. It's likely formed in a low metallicity star system, offering a rare glimpse into the diverse chemistry of other stellar neighborhoods. Advanced astronomical observations by James Webb, Hubble, and ground-based telescopes are crucial for understanding interstellar objects. That is true. Critical thinking and referencing peer-reviewed research are essential for navigating complex scientific topics and combating misinformation. Yes. So it's aliens. No, it is not. It is not. This could be upscaled to sun size. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't do the trick where they take a measurement in June and one in December. Oh. 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 Oh no, my alerts aren't working. Uh-oh. Well, let me quickly figure out who just followed so I can give you a shout out. Sorry, I don't know what's going on here. Oh. Oops. I mean, technically this works very well for long wavelength telescopes like radio or gravitational waves in that instance. So, and those are Earth-based telescopes. Oh, oh, thank you, Kiwi SFS, for following. And thank you, Unit0918, for following. And thank you, Luce, for subscribing. And thank you, Kevin, for subscribing as well. Sorry, I totally missed the alerts. I don't know what's going on with my alerts. I did get some new overlays, though. Maybe I could, maybe I'll just double check if this is working real quick. Oh, let me just emulate, a thing. Oh my god, it's so borked! It's so borked! What is this? What is this? Oh my god! Wait, let me... Oh, oops. Wait, this is so borked. So there's a way to, like, test events. Oh, there we go! Wait, why does it look so stretched? Why does it look so stretched? Wait, let me try that again. Oh my god, it is so stretched. Okay, I think this is good. Sorry, there's not that many subscribers joining. I'm just doing this thing to... Okay, this is great. Okay, this is officially working now. Oh, sorry about the technical difficulties. I hope you like the animation. I actually updated all of my animations for following, for what else is there? For tipping, for super chatting, for becoming a member. Like, all of those have been refreshed. The Megamind, yeah, this is all thanks to Aleph Moo. Actually, have you heard... Oh, and welcome, yeah, Aleph was the one who made that animation. Amazing math VTuber. Have you heard of Project Lyra? I may have. Let me Google this real quick. There's no way! Wait, I'm just gonna look at this on Wikipedia, but let's read this together. Wait, this is so cool. See, I feel like this... I love these kinds of streams because I am learning right alongside you guys. Project Lyra is a feasibility study of a mission to interstellar objects, such as Oumuamua and 2I Borisov, initiated on October 30th, 2017 by the Initiative for Interstellar Studies. In January 2022, researchers proposed that a spacecraft launched from Earth could catch up to Oumuamua in 26 years for further close-up studies. 2030 to 2033? solar sail, laser sail, and nuclear propulsion. Yeah, because isn't it kind of far? Making use of the Oberth effect. That is so cool. I mean, it just seems like a sort of a feasibility study. It's not really an actual mission, but it's super cool. I think it's too late sending things to Oumuamua. Yeah, no. Oumuamua's been soaring out of our solar system. But given how much we've been detecting interstellar objects, so there was Oumuamua, there was also this the Bournemouth one, and now there was Three-Eyed Atlas. Who knows? We might be able to detect another interstellar object soon. What's really exciting to also think about, I mean, the Rubin Observatory is going to be on, it's actually already on, and it's gathering all of this new information. It's going to be detecting thousands of new asteroids within the time that it is on, and as a result, it could also detect more interstellar objects like these. I wonder if we're ready for a new probe to Venus. I would love a new probe to Venus. I think it's been so long since we last visited Venus, and I think it offers a lot of potential signs. A lot of people just say, oh, Venus is like high pressure, like there's no life there, it's full of volcanoes, and yes, well, not volcanoes, but it's very high temperature, high pressure, melting lead place. But there is the possibility that some scientists have considered that the upper layers of Venus's atmosphere could potentially host microbes. And there were some discoveries here and there that showed that there was phosphine in Venus's atmosphere, which is something produced by organic creatures here on Earth, that were later refuted, unfortunately. But I think it has brought back into the human imagination that there could potentially be microorganisms in Venus's atmosphere. But even if there aren't, even if there isn't life there, I think it is definitely an interesting environment to study because of its applicability for other planets or other bodies beyond the solar system. A 4K HD. I mean, the truth is that we are at a period of time where there is A, more excitement for space than ever before, which is super great, and B, a lot more technological developments for us to study places that we went to in the past and go back to them again with our new technology. Wait, this is super cool. I just came across this article also on the ESA website. Let me unpin the... Oh, sorry if the YouTube stream is a little bit glitchy. Let me... Am I glitching out on YouTube? Let me know. I did not know this, but the NASA-funded ground-based Atlas telescope first discovered it on July 1st. But what's really cool about this is that test data is publicly available on the NASA-funded Mikulski Archive for Space Telescopes. There is so much available data here, and it looks like they were able to capture Three-Eyed Atlas in May of 2025. Wow, this is a great image. The coma of gas and dust surrounding the comet. NASA's commitment to open science makes it easier than ever before to work with data from different sources. Yeah, I mean, I think what's really incredible is that there is so much public data out there. Like the NASA Exoplanet Archive, for instance, is a really great start. But it's not just the availability of open data, but also the really great citizen science community in astrophysics. For instance, for Zooniverse, like there have been so many examples in which Zooniverse has been incredibly helpful. Actually, I was talking with like a colleague of mine who was saying that like they had put up something on Zooniverse with like their research team, and they were like, you know, it's like thousands of images, like it's going to take months for people to get through all of this data. Like, Zooniverse is a great platform where people can, like, sort galaxies, can characterize comets by human eye, which is, we need labeled data like that. It's very important. So I was talking with this colleague, and they were like, yeah, no, it's going to be really hard to get this data, and, like, you know, it's really great that we have all these volunteers on Zooniverse, but it might take a really long time. That entire data set of thousands, I think it was like 10,000, 100,000 images or something like that, something insane, was fully sifted through in the span of 2 or 3 weeks. Like, they expected this to take months, like even up to a year. It was sifted through in the span of weeks. And so it's incredible how human volunteers have really helped. And what's really funny about this story is, like, later I, like, followed up with this person, and I was like, you know, like, how's it going? And they were like, yeah, remember that Zooniverse campaign I told you about? Well, yeah, we, like, posted, like, a second one with, like, 10 times as much data, because we were like, okay, this is actually going to take a year. Guess how long it took them to sift through all that data? A month. So, like, these human volunteers are, like, going at it. Like, they are cooking hard. But it also shows, like, there is so much excitement about space just beyond, like, watching these launches, but people actually actively engaging in science and directly benefiting science. Sorry, I just wanted to share that really funny story. I mean, it's funny, it's also really cool. Yeah, but, like, there are certain fields that also have a lot more, citizen science. For instance, like, variable star detection. There are people who just put up telescopes in their backyard and help gather data about these objects that vary in brightness over time. How do we volunteer? Well, that's a great question. Well, for Zooniverse, it is super duper easy. Getting your own telescope and reporting observations is a little bit harder because you need to specify the direction of the telescope. You need to specify your telescope details, etc. But you just go to, oh, is this it? Oh yeah, I guess I'm kind of zoomed out. So you go to zooniverse.org and you can click explore projects. And there, yeah, it's also not just space, by the way. Like, there are also bird identification. Wait, there's also the arts? That's crazy. Wait, there's also, like, transcribing writings of journalists. Yeah, but Zooniverse is most known for its stuff with space. And it was most known for the Galaxy Zoo project, where people helped classify galaxies into different types. And they've run, like, multiple iterations of this. For instance, like this Clump Scout, which allows you to identify clumps. Wait, this is super cool. Like, you can also do stuff with, like, exoplanets. Cloud spotting on Mars? Wait, I'm going to click through some of these. What? Yeah, correct machine predictions that reveal the shapes of stellar nurseries. Sorry, I keep, like, clicking off. I just don't want, like, something to pop up. Yeah, so you can help classify these clumps. I've done this one before. Oh, wait, this is not the one that I did. Never mind. Correct the boxes predicted by machines. I guess you can draw this one. This one's a little bit more complex. Oh, you can also help classify clouds. Wait, this is so cool, guys. Sorry, I'm just going through this rabbit hole right now. Oh, that is so cool. Being able to play with this data. Galaxy Tidal Tales. Wait, that is also so sick. You know, when I had more free time, I used to just, like, go on this website and just, like, click through these. Nowadays, I've been doing real science with this data, but when I had more time, I was clicking through these. Oops. So yes, please do check that out. And I also didn't know that they had different fields. That's actually really impressive. Did you know if you say citizen science 3 times at 3 a.m. to mirror document Cider appears? Wait, so Cider and I were talking about like doing a collab before I leave for my hiatus. So I don't know, maybe citizen science is one of the topics we talked about. I know a few people who volunteer with the AAVSO. Yes, no, the AAVSO, for those of you who do not know, is the something variable star organization. They accept citizen scientists to help log variable star observations from their own backyard. I had a Raspberry Pi on the UFO Report Network thing. Oh, the SETI Institute. Also a great way to help out. It allows you to, like, use your compute somehow to detect aliens. I'm actually not quite sure. Oh my god, Sai! Oh my god, wait, I did not know you were here. Wait. For those of you who do not know, please, I am part of a group of really cool science VTubers called VTheorem. We just had our Kohai, our youngins, debut yesterday. But yes, please check out our channels. We are all focused. I guess I should update this with the new with Jed 2.0 as well. But we all come from different areas of science, and we love spreading true scientific information. I've been lurking the whole time. Wait, oh my god, good seeing you, Sai. I hope all is going well. Everyone say hi to Sai in the chat. I was just gonna say, like, we should totally talk about citizen science sometime. Or maybe that will be a topic when we talk next. Was it really just yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago. I've totally lost track of time. Sigh. Yeah. Anywho, sorry, this was such a tangent from Three Eye Atlas, but just a super great example of citizen science. Said I at home stopped in 2020? Wait, I did not know that either. Sorry, I'm looking this up. Aw, wait. It's gone from like 1999 to 2020. Its total users was 1.8 million. Oh, it's because it gathered so much data. In March 2020, the project stopped sending out new work to SETI at home users, bringing the crowdsourced computing aspect of the project to a stop. At the time, the team intended to shift focus onto the analysis and interpretation of the 20 years worth of data. That's a lot. However, the team left open the possibility of eventually resuming volunteer computing using data from other radio telescopes. But they're not gathering citizen science data anymore. He ran a user award. Yeah. Aw. Well, I didn't know that either. But that was also a really great citizen science project that I know was really popular. Yeah, well, I love how they highlighted Three Eye Atlas's open science data as well. Oh, I also wanted to share this article. 5 things that JWST revealed about Comet 3 Atlas. So JWST is a spacecraft, Jupiter's icy moons explorer. And they switched on 5 of JWST's science instruments to collect information about how the active comet was behaving at the time. Following a 3-month wait to receive the data on Earth, that is crazy. Scientists working on these instruments have spent the last few weeks delving into the photospectra and numbers. The results are preliminary, but here's the 5 things we already learned. So these are the instruments of this spacecraft. The comet pool was releasing 70 swimming pools of water vapor every day. 2,000 kilograms of water vapor every second, equivalent to 70 swimming pools per day. That's actually crazy. Radio Jove? What is that? Oh, it's an education and outreach program to help high schoolers and middle schoolers make their own radio telescope. That's super cool. Thank you for sharing that, Akari. That's kind of crazy. 70 Olympic swimming pools per day. The amount of water vapor leaving through our atlas is not exceptional, but it is on the high side of what we would expect from a comet close to the sun, based on what we have seen before in comets. 20,000 kilograms per second for Halley's Comet is also crazy. These numbers depend a lot on the size of a comet and its distance from the sun. MAGIS detected 3i Atlas again on 12th and 19th November, as it was moving away. By 12th of November, the amount of water vapor being released by the comet did not seem to have reduced significantly. The instrument team is planning to analyze the data from 19th November in the coming weeks. Oh, wow. Okay, so CO2, water, and its motion is that way. And so the tail would be this way. That's super cool. What? Most of this water vapor was released in the direction of the sun. You would expect that it would be going away from the sun. Also detected water vapor from 3i Atlas, revealing that most of it was being released from the sun-facing side of the comet. It also appeared that a lot of this water vapor is not actually coming directly from the solid part of the comet, but from icy dust grains that have escaped into the surrounding halo of dust and gas. They are continuing to look into the data to determine how much light, water, 3i Atlas is releasing. It is interesting to compare this to the amount of semi-heavy water from the comet, which has been measured by the ALMA and Webb telescopes. This ratio is a really important number in our studies of the universe, giving a kind of fingerprint that describes how and where an object formed. Gas and dust stretch at least 5 million kilometers from the comet's nucleus. This interstellar comet looks like a normal comet. Yeah, so those images of like the really stretched out object, that's of Oumuamua. That is not a 3i Atlas. Yeah, it just has two tails. Oh wow, that is gorgeous. 3i Atlas is supporting our planetary defense efforts. Really? Perhaps not in the way you might think. JWST's navigation camera is specifically designed to help JWST navigate around Jupiter's icy moons. The encounter with 3i Atlas allowed us to do something unexpected with it. We have already used telescopes on and around Earth to estimate the location and path of Comet 3i Atlas throughout our solar system. It seems to have come in the direction of the Milky Way's disk, and was likely created more than 10 billion years ago? Holy smoke, that's crazy. There are galaxies that were created at that time. That is insane. That is only... This thing has been around, well, longer than Earth, longer than our solar system, and frankly, longer than... I mean, the universe is 13.8 billion years old, for context. That is incredible. NavCam had a much closer view of 3i Atlas from a different angle to Earth-based telescopes, and when the comet was not visible from Earth. This meant that ESA's planetary defense team could line up NavCam images from throughout November to get a better idea of the comet's changing position and trajectory. In this way, the team, which usually tracks potentially hazardous asteroids, showed how powerful observation from deep space missions can be to precisely calculate the orbits of comets or asteroids that cannot immediately be seen from Earth. Whoa! Planetary Defense Forces. Wow, this is super cool. Well, that was actually the last article that I had for today. I never thought I'll get recommended a physics VTuber, but honestly pretty cool. Well, hello, nice to meet you. I am an IRL astrophysicist by day and a physics VTuber by night, which means that basically I spend my whole day doing astrophysics. Actually, it was really funny because I was editing my channel page, right? Because I realized that I don't have a banner image. I've now changed it to an artwork that Mylan, my Genbait, worked on. And I was reading the description, I was like, oh, okay, it says physics VTuber by night, astrophysicist by day. And I was like, wow, I really just only talk about space and do space my entire day, my entire existence. Astrophysics memer by night, yes. Well, I think it is about time to wrap up then. Well, for those of you who are on the YouTube side, let me quickly send you the Twitch page so that we can go raid. I think we're gonna raid Tofu. Oh, that was not working. Oh, and it just worked. So for those of you in the chat, please copy and paste. Just a few quick announcements. Actually, maybe one really exciting announcement to share is that I will be doing the charity donathon, so I'm raising awareness for direct relief, specifically diabetes care, with a bunch of other educational VTubers. So for the person who just joined, there's more of us. We love science. And specifically, Sidary, who is also in the chat, who's lurking, will also be there. I will be doing a stream starting off the donathon on July 1st, Wednesday, where I'll be talking about diabetes technology in space, which is a super cool field of study. That's when the donathon will begin, and we will be getting funds on the Tiltify page. More information about that soon, and the calendar will be posted soon, along with the milestones. Oh, hello, Millennium. Good seeing you. Sorry, I'm just wrapping things up. Please copy and paste the rating message over on Twitch. The finale for the donathon will actually be on July 8th. So it was originally going to be on July 5th, but wait, this is kind of exciting news. I kind of want to share it, but I actually got invited to give a talk. So it was kind of last minute, so I'm actually traveling out of town, like flying. So it's going to be a bit of a crazy weekend alongside the donathon, but I will try my best to come join into other people's streams. And I am actually going to be meeting another VTuber IRL during this trip, which will be super exciting. This will be the second VTuber I'm meeting IRL, because I barely meet them IRL. So yeah, I will share more details about that soon at my next stream. For now, I will just wrap things up. Let me just... No! No! I think, oh no! Tofu just finished streaming. Oh man. Oh, okay, let me figure out who to raid next. Okay, do you want to talk about... Actually, I don't think I've raided into Volcano Dock before. They are talking about climate change with a guest scientist, Ursula Mojo. I would honestly love to check that out. So we're going to raid that. If you're on the YouTube side, please join the Twitch link. It was not, yes, it is not... One takeaway from this stream, Thrive Atlas is not aliens. Alright, please copy and paste the raid message, and I will see you over at Volcano Doc's channel. Thank you all so much. I will see you guys on Wednesday for the donathon, so get ready for a very exciting week of learning. Okay, stay hydrated if you are in Europe. Please do not burn up. Please be very careful. Drink water. Know the effects of heat stroke. Okay, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 My voice can go really low because I've been talking so much. Bye. Bye-bye. Okay, bye for real. Bye.